Ramming a brand new vehicle into a chestnut tree that's something of a national monument is exactly the kind of stupid thing you and I wouldn't do. But if your net worth is $70 million with some nasty notoriety, you can get away with pretty much anything. For those who may not know, Jeremy Clarkson is something of a nutjob who does the most chaotic things to test the efficiency of cars. When he's not using slurs and pissing off the next faction of society, his side job is reviewing cars on TV. You can trust his garage holds some of the finest cars of the automotive world. Today, we're taking a deep dive into his collection. Trust me, you're going to want to see this. So let's start with the car that started it all. The 1969 Ford Cortina Mark II 160E. This was Jeremy's very first car, and although it's modest compared to his current collection, it represents the beginning of his lifelong love affair with cars. It laid the foundation for his passion. Over the years, he would go on to own the much more aggressive 2005 Ford GT. This wasn't just any car. It was a speed machine with a 5.4-liter V8 supercharged engine that produced a whopping 550 horsepower. The Ford GT could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds and reach a top speed of 205 miles per hour. Its design paid homage to the classic Ford GT40 with a sleek, aerodynamic body and minimalist interior focused on driving experience. All these incredible features cost Clarkson about $366,947. Next, we have the Bentley Continental GT, which Jeremy claims is his favorite non-performance car. Now, don't be fooled by the term non-performance here. The Continental GT may be a grand tourer, but it's no slouch. Under its elegant hood is a 6.0-liter W12 twin-turbo engine that churns out 550 horsepower and 900 newton-meters of torque, about 50 more horsepower than a Ferrari 575. Clarkson bought a dark green one, a color as sophisticated as the car itself, for around $202,500. It doesn't get any less relatable than passing your very first driving test in a Bentley, but Clarkson passed it in his grandfather's Bentley R-Type back in 1977. It's no surprise he considers it close to his heart, a blend of tradition, power, and sheer elegance. Now let's move on to the insane British Aston Martin Virage. Aston Martin is the car brand synonymous with James Bond, and the Virage certainly holds up to that legacy. Though not as commercially successful as Aston might have hoped, the Virage still boasts the style and power Aston Martin is famous for. Under its hood lies a 5.9-liter V12 engine, producing 490 horsepower, allowing it to reach 186 miles per hour and sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, 4.6 seconds. Clarkson managed to grab this stylish powerhouse for just $25,000. He saw something in the Virage that others missed. Maybe it's that British allure or the fact that Aston Martin represents the epitome of high-class motoring. Unfortunately, the Virage didn't stick around in the market long. It faced competition from the newer Aston Martin DB7 model, which offered similar performance for a lower price. But that didn't bother Clarkson. He saw the Virage as a true classic, a collector's item that belongs in his garage. Then we come to the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Roadster, a car that divides opinions online. Fans have a love-hate relationship with this one, but Clarkson didn't hesitate to make it part of his collection. The SLS AMG Roadster is the kind of car that catches everyone's eye. It's got a 6.2-liter V8 engine, producing 583 horsepower and 479 miles an hour. Coming in at number 5 is Jeremy Clarkson's 1986 Alfa Romeo GT V6. Known for its passionate Italian design, this car might not have the brute power of his other rides, but it has something else: charm. The GT V6 was an icon of its era, with Alfa Romeo putting their best into a well-balanced, beautifully designed coupe. Featuring a 2.5-liter V6 engine, it didn't break any speed records, but it sure won over drivers with its handling and character. Despite having moved on to other high-performance vehicles, he kept the GTV6 because, for him, it represents a timeless piece of automotive art. And did you know, Clarkson's popularity led to an online petition in 2008 with nearly 50,000 signatures for him to become Prime Minister? That's the kind of passion he inspires. Chaos on steroids. Now, let's talk about a car Clarkson considers a champion among 4x4s, the 2008 Range Rover L322 Vogue. This model, in particular, earned Clarkson's praise as the best car in the world and the best 4x4. The L322 came with two engine options, a 3.6-liter TDV-8 diesel engine with 268 horsepower and a 4.4-liter V8 petrol engine that pushed out 302 horsepower. It could reach a top speed of 124 miles per hour, impressive for such a hefty vehicle. In typical Range Rover style, it balances luxury and functionality perfectly. Not only can it take on rugged terrains, but it also offers the kind of elegance and comfort you'd expect from a luxury sedan. Clarkson is so fond of this model that he's often seen driving it on Clarkson's farm, a testament to its versatility. Interestingly, the L322 was actually developed under BMW's ownership before Land Rover was sold to Ford, adding a bit of German engineering finesse to its British ruggedness. Truly a vehicle that Clarkson wouldn't part with easily. Moving on, let's take a look at the 2022 Bentley Flying Spur, another Bentley in Clarkson's collection and perhaps the most luxurious of them all. While the Continental GT in his garage is powerful, the Flying Spur takes that power and wraps it in absolute luxury. This is a high-end sedan that goes beyond just being a car. It's a rolling palace. Equipped with Bentley's famed twin-turbo W12 engine, it has the performance of a sports car, but the refinement of a luxury limo. For Clarkson, the Flying Spur represents the best of British engineering. Every detail of the car, from its quilted leather seats to its handcrafted wood interior, exudes quality. And while Clarkson is known for his love of loud, powerful sports cars, the Flying Spur shows that he also has an appreciation for sophistication and craftsmanship. Truly, it's a statement piece in his garage. As we near the end of our tour, we encounter the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Roadster, one of the more polarizing cars in Clarkson's collection. Many fans have debated over this car, some loving it and others not so much. But Clarkson isn't one to follow the crowd. This SLS AMG Roadster is a masterpiece of engineering with a 6.2-liter V8 engine that delivers 583 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. It's a convertible that roars like a lion, reaching a top speed of 197 miles per hour and going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.7 seconds. The SLS AMG was developed with the input of Mercedes-AMG's racing division, so it's no surprise that this car can handle both the road and the track with ease. The model has that distinctive Mercedes luxury mixed with the heart of a racer, a combo Clarkson admires. He even had an older Mercedes, a 1971 Mercedes 600 Grosser, which speaks to his long-standing appreciation for the brand's luxury and performance. Jeremy Clarkson's collection wouldn't be complete without some nostalgia, and that's where the Mini Cooper comes in. This little car may be small, but it packs a lot of character, and it holds a special place in his heart. The classic Mini was produced by the British Motor Corporation from 1959 to 2000, becoming an icon of British motoring. With a 4-cylinder engine that produced 34 to 59 horsepower, it wasn't a speed demon, but it was incredibly space-efficient, fun to drive, and packed with British charm. What makes this Mini even more special to Clarkson is that it was a gift from his daughter. Despite its modest specs, this car is a beloved part of his collection because it represents something deeper than performance. It's about family, memories, and a slice of British history. And, let's be honest, who doesn't smile when they see a classic Mini? And there you have it, a tour through Jeremy Clarkson's amazing car. So which one of these would you like to take for a spin? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through Clarkson's garage, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's most incredible car collections. Until next time, keep dreaming of that perfect ride.